Hi, all. This is Dr. J, Professor Spike and Arjun, streaming live from New York and Oakland, California. Today,
Hey.
today is Friday, June something or other, 25th.
June 25th. Last day for a lot of schools.
You know that because I'm very aware of dates, because whenever I see my neurologist, he asks me what's today's date, so I make sure. I figured something.
Consult the calendar before you get.
It's important to know the date, so I try to know the date. Usually I get it within a day. So anyway, it's June 25th, a Friday, and the markets are up for the fifth day in a row. I did call it last week, and I thought the markets would reverse. I don't know if I called it on this show, but Martia, so will testify to my call.
I think you called it. I think you called it on the show.
In any event, I was right, but it didn't do me that much good because Biotech, although good, it wasn't as good to me as I would have liked. I'm certainly up on the week, but not as much as I would have liked. Today, I'm totally flat on all my portfolios. For example, I think Bitcoin is hurting me a little bit. I'm in GBTC, and I'm down on the day. I'm down on since I opened my position.
Told you to wait, Dr. J. I told you to wait on the crypto.
It looked like it was hitting a solid bottom.
I don't trust it in the short term.
Cabinet guy, I am not losing today. Thanks to Cabinet guy, I am not losing. I'm not a loser today for one stock and one stock alone. PSF.
Right.
Cabinet guy, thank you very much.
Oh, nice. My friend Roland joined. He's got all the bio requests. Very nice.
He's got all the Arjun specials up.
Yeah, I went to high school with him. It's my boy.
Ah, gonna make him rich, or is he gonna make you rich?
Maybe both.
Ah, good. Two heads are better than one.
Oh yeah, we promised. Remember, we promised this.
There's a lot to write down here. You guys have some very strong requests.
No,
I'm going to write them all down. Maybe I can.
Remember, we did not get to this one last time, and I promised it. So let's do that one. Yes, I'm a man of my word. We're going to do it. And there's so many requests. Yeah. A lot of requests, but let's take the very first person on the show today. That was Arif on his request. The first one to show up.
A lot of people like this one.
He was waiting in the wings, so we'll definitely look at it.
A lot of people that own BCRX also own this one. I don't own this, but I'm interested. I'm interested.
We looked at both of these before, ENTX and KTRX.
Yeah, we did. We
could take a look again. Also, people have been asking me to chart XCRS. Now, none of these are on my list, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, I'll look at your list also. Because you also have to do PaySafe.
Oh, yeah, PaySafe, yeah.
Every time I see big techs, I think of TGTX.
Albo, big techs. Love it. Love it.
Yeah, it would be nice to look at TGTX as well as Albo. Big techs, I assume you still have your position in TGTX. Am I assuming correctly? And Cabinet guy is with us.
Yeah, Albo calls are cheap. Nice.
Joe is with us from Miami.
Sounds like good news, Patrick.
Patrick is with us. Sorrento received EUA for COVID sticks in Mexico.
I actually dipped my foot into Sorrento, even though it's not one of Jake's favorites.
Well, what does it mean to research the combat variant SARS-CoV-2?
It means news. Is what it means.
What is COVID sticks?
I don't know. Patrick knows.
Sounds like a
I'm
like a scam.
Boy, when we take a position, we take a position.
Why is Kigley always getting himself into trouble? I don't understand.
You sold his Dermatech and BCRX?
Why did you sell all your BCRX? Sell some. Don't sell all of it.
Oh, man. Well, maybe he thinks he's going to have a shot back in.
I mean, it seems like it's treading water, but yeah.
We do nothing but add DMTK and BCRX.
Yeah, don't sell good stocks. Come on.
Well, I think he wanted to post something before the inevitable crash.
He was talking on the last show about moving it into Albo, but he moved it into AVDL instead.
Well, he moved it into VBIV too. I can get behind that. The VBIV move, I'm very into.
The AVDL one was sort of interesting. That was one of the Fosco calls.
You have a fan.
There you go.
It's my buddy. Yep.
So Roland is saying it's you making him rich, not the other way around.
He
was being nice.
Yeah, we've been talking bios for about a year now. It's been fun.
TX is going to make Big Tex and Dr. J richer than they are.
Well, Patrick is saying that the Navy's choice of Sorrento is very meaningful.
CRX and Alba.
Look at
Very
Dan.
nice.
Dan likes to move in big when he moves in.
70% cash. And I think he has a lot of cash based on some of the things he's posted.
It's not polite. It's not polite to try to reverse engineer somebody well.
Dan has been known to take very big positions.
It's more than a little. Nice.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
I think we got to get started.
Yeah. Okay. We'll definitely chart Albo today. It seems like we got a lot of fans here. I'm excited.
Yeah, something happening soon enough.
Yeah, July 20th.
Let's do that ONC first.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't think there's any imminent catalyst for ONCT, but it's a fundamentally, I think, a very strong stock. I just don't own any because I haven't done the research, but there's always time.
And then we'll do PAVM.
A
couple of requests right off the bat.
I love it, Montes.
Oh, Marvel Fessers.
Yeah, well, we're playing prefix games.
A Novus in the 80s.
Close.
Oh, I do love a Novus.
And Patrick articulated what Covistix means.
Oh, rapid.
The S&P is up 1%.
That's a Codex rivalry, not a Pfizer rivalry.
Yeah.
Notice, guys, that the Nasdaq continues to. Guys,
Jimmy, I hope you're joking.
Nasdaq continues to lag the Dow and the S&P.
So ONCT?
All right, I'm going to start with ONCT. Why not?
Okay.
ONCT. The first one to arrive gets their request, no doubt.
You have people camping out like Grateful Dead tickets.
Yes. So we have a 52-week range from $1.50 to $10.50. We're smack in the middle of that. And let's see what the chart has to say.
Definitely hasn't been a great last couple months, but let's see what recent. I haven't looked at this recently, but I know it's been in a downtrend.
Yeah, I know we charted it about a month ago. Also,
yeah, I want to see if the technicals scream buy because I know the fundamentals are good, but let's look at this if it ever loads. There we go.
Oh,
yeah,
200 is.
Yeah,
It's
so I
come
guess
down from 200.
the lows haven't been getting lower, which is not terrible.
You got strong support on
Let's see.
it.
Does that, so that
Well, we have a
low,
low.
yeah, does, yeah, that one. Oh, 459.
459 is a very critical low. That
Yeah,
low is very.
and if,
Let's
right,
draw.
and if
Let's horizontal line right there.
you could play
This
it as a
has,
swing, you'd have a
yeah.
stop at 460.
You never know about these swings because, like PaySafe, I was looking for 1180 when I swung it from 1115, and I've been selling it at 1260
Very
and
nice.
up. Yeah, I sold some at 1273. I'm selling it in little pieces because I might actually hit the 13s. I figure so.
Yeah,
Saving a little. It's back on the rise. It is making a series of higher lows, which we like, and
yeah,
200 is at support. So, and we had really good support at 459. So, like you say, does look like it's setting up to be a great swing. You would be like a 10% loss. You buy it at around 5, stop it around 4.5, and
yeah,
you're looking for at least to get to the red line, to
yeah,
the
buck 50, yeah.
650. So I'd be
Yeah, I mean,
looking.
yeah,
I'd be,
$1.50 upside.
I'd be looking for 650-ish and willing to take a 10% loss for a 30% gain. That
Yeah,
sounds fair. 10% loss, 30% gain. I like those odds.
yeah, 3-1, sure.
You don't have to hit them that often, but you have to hit them more than 1 out of 4 times. That's what the mathematics says, So,
Yeah, but it's not the best chart. I wouldn't go heavy here.
no, but I like the support.
Yeah, the support, yeah.
The support is very, very strong. So it makes me not too afraid. If I like the fundamentals, I wouldn't
True.
be afraid to come in here. Yeah, I mean, I know it's had a recent slide from highs, but so what? Stocks go up and stocks go down, and it's tested out that support area a number of times successfully. So I'm not against taking a flyer on this.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up the market cap. I'm curious. Oh, it's only 250 million. I like these types of plays.
I also like the fact that if you come down to this low, 482, it does look like we're forming a triangle right about that level.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay. So that wedge, descending wedge.
Oh, yeah. So if it breaks out of it to the north, you're going to make money. It's not the worst chart in the world, put it that way.
Yeah. Okay. I might nibble. Might buy a little.
Professor
What was
Omar.
it? PAVM? PAVM?
Yeah, PavMed. I had a buddy who was in on this and sold out of it, but I haven't been tracking it recently.
Yeah. I promised this on the show on Tuesday. So let's do it.
Art's beautiful.
It's got a nice move. Oops. Came back one day, bounced off of it, clear support. It's a lovely shot.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's been on a nice run.
Yeah, it's a Momo play.
Got that 9-day. That's just like a trend line at this point.
It is, and it's clear support. every time we actually got a hit or cross of that 9 day, it's come right back. Crossed
Kinda
it
looks
here,
like-
crossed it here.
Looks like BCRX's chart, just on a smaller scale. Yeah.
Here. I mean, it took out the high, once it took out the high of 4.7 at 659. I feel pretty good about this one. I feel very good.
Yeah, basically, what do you think? Add anytime it hits the 9 day?
I think you can buy it right here. Look, I mean, it took out that resistance.
Yeah, so you can basically buy it right now.
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, the ideal time to have bought it today was at the lows today.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's always the ideal time to buy at the lows. But seriously, it looks like you could buy it now. I really want to take a look at the 3 week just for verification. The weekly, I mean. See how
Yeah,
that
why
goes.
not?
It also looks like a rocket ship.
That paints a picture.
I think it's worth buying based on this chart. It's got the Momo making new highs. I'm gonna buy some. Hold on, guys. Dr. J is trading.
And it's on the air. I like the on the air buys. They've done well.
Generally, not always, but generally.
Well,
I only remember the good ones.
More than 1 out of 4 then blows up.
I'm buying a lot of this shit. It better not be shit.
Yeah. Well, no, we've been talking about this one. I think this one had a decent enough story.
No, I like it.
Yeah, medical device play. I mean, it's got a pretty deep
I remember
pipeline.
when we looked at the fundamentals, it looked promising. I don't remember what they were carefully that well. But I like this. You see, not only was it a top, but it was a double top that it took out. So
Right.
that 659 mark is very, very meaningful. Took that out this week, and I think it's off to the races.
Through races.
Yeah. Off to the races. What was it? Do we want to do one more request, or should we go through it? Let's start going
The other one was Sorrento or PaySafe, whichever one you want to do.
And then Albo.
Got to do PaySafe because it's a Wall Street bets play.
Yeah,
Presumably.
I got lucky on this one.
it's a borderline meme stock.
Yeah, I got really
Yeah,
lucky.
it's not the same story as GameStop or any of that other stuff. But
I wish, you know.
no, I know it would have been nice to see a really big pop today. But made a pop, which is fine.
Jiggly, he just bought PavMed, PAVM. Jiggly was asking what you just bought on the air. I'm assuming he may also be buying on the air.
Well, as always, our opinions are strictly our own and do not constitute investment advice. Do your own due diligence. Check with an advisor before acting. And don't forget to subscribe if you like the show, because that's the only way you're going to know when the hell we're on the air, because we change our minds every 10 or 15 minutes. You know, so if you want to catch us, live, please subscribe. Tell your friends about us. And give us a big thumbs up, or a little one.
One of these.
If you give us a little thumbs up, a big thumbs up, it doesn't really matter. As long as it's pointing up.
Yep.
That's all.
Like our portfolio.
Yeah, portfolios. You know, I wrote down a goal for my portfolio at the beginning of the year, and I'm getting close. I can't believe it.
I think I'm already there.
Did you write something down?
Yeah, I mean, I wrote a percentage.
My
I wrote
goal
a percentage, and I'm at it right now.
It's really a good idea to write a number down at the beginning of the year.
Well, I mean, you've seen on stock picks, I think my picks are up like 60% this year. Something.
You're doing phenomenal. Yeah, I think you're leading the pack. My picks on stock picks are up 8%. On SCO,
Well, you'll You'll get a DermTech move at some point. It just hasn't happened yet.
Dermtech, I'm way up on. The problem is I'm down on Trillium and I'm down on one other one was killing.
Trillium was a brutal fall from grace. Yeah.
Charge point is the other one.
Yeah, Charge Point's not as much fun as it could have been.
Now this is a beautiful stock to have shorted, but now.
But maybe not anymore. Maybe not anymore.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, things are different now. So now, if you look at the bottom, which occurred back here at 10:08, you see that we have a nice little trend line forming. And we went below the trend line for about a week or 7 trading days. Now we're right back above it. So even though this is a Wall Street bets play, it puts us on trend. So I'm not at all, I don't think this 100% of this move is due to Wall Street bets. I think it's due to the fundamentals of the stock, analysts picking it, giving it buy ratings at $15, $17, $18, $20 a share. So this is a good company. And regardless of the little pop maybe due to Wall Street bets, I think it's still a good play. I'm not rushing to unload my swing trade, although I will, because I had a position before the swing trade. I'm keeping my original position. And I'm going to finish unloading I unloaded what percent? I unloaded about 60% of my swing trade. I will wind it down probably by the end of the day. Finish my swing trade.
Yeah.
And that's good because the swing trade should be 5 days. I think this one, I entered on Friday of last week, right? Shouldn't be more than 5-6 trading days. So my timing was good. I got a little lucky. I'll take it. I'm getting more than my target. And my target was much more modest. I was looking for like a 5% move. I'm getting a 10 to 15% move. I will take it. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than smart. But this is now on the move. The new direction is up. So this little pop today doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
1277 was taken out today. Bottom line, I don't care
if it can get past 14, you might be looking at something real nice.
Yeah, I mean, whether or not the Wall Street bets crowd stays with this, I don't know. But it took out key resistance today, and it's back on trend. It went down to the trend line, bounced off of it. I like it. I'm almost tempted to just keep my remaining shares, not swing it. But then what's the point of having a swing trade if you do that, right?
Agreed. You got to be disciplined.
Got to be disciplined. I
know. I think we should do Sorrento.
You got it.
Sorrento.
Only because of
so far we haven't done. Keep in mind that so far we haven't done any of my 12 stocks that I have.
No, I know. I'm keeping an eye.
Sorrento has made a nice move.
It's sort of it's on a bit of an uptrend here.
Did it break that high from a week ago?
Oh, did not.
Yeah. Well,
did not break it.
Unless it breaks that, I don't think I'm interested.
Fair enough.
I'm not that interested because I've had, bad luck not bad luck, but I'm convinced that management is dubious.
Yeah, their CEO he's a pumper.
Yes. Which sometimes is good. Sometimes.
Yeah, if you know that it's happening and you get out, it's good.
Yeah. It's good if you're in for this. But we are in a nice channel. You can't deny the chart.
Yeah.
So regardless of management, you can't deny the chart.
Agreed.
The chart
Agreed.
says up. So as long as it stays in this channel, it's moving in the right direction. It's okay to own it, as far as I'm concerned. I don't give two hoots about management usually, because what interests me more is the action of the chart. And the chart is saying good things, not bad things. Pull back to the middle of this green candle yesterday would be nice, like 950-ish. Good entry point. So if I did want to enter this trade, not saying I do, I would probably enter it right about here. Right about 954, something like that.
Makes sense.
That would be my entry point. And what would I look for? Well, I would look to break this high of 1067 and then to the moon. I mean, certainly it has the potential to run. It's run in the past. And this, if it breaks 1067, there's nowhere but up for it to go. Until we hit resistance, you're looking at probably the middle of this screen, middle of this red candle, you're looking at about 15. You can get a 5-point move on a break of this horizontal line, 1067. You can get a 4-point move up. So another way to play this is wait for a break of 1067 and look for a 4-point move from there. Look for 40%. You know, I'm beginning to find this more and more interesting despite management. I'm talking myself into it.
How about the Albo?
There we go.
Although I don't have to work too hard to talk myself into that.
Yeah, this one.
This
one's good.
I think it ignored the engulfing too.
Big Tech said his dog likes to eat Albo.
That was the concern last time.
Yeah, did it form an engulfing? Maybe it didn't.
Well, no. See, it was maybe going to, and then the close was pretty strong, and then it continued to leg up.
Did not.
Really?
So
yeah, Albo's looking great. The chart looks great.
It never did form that engulfing, right?
Well, when we looked at it, it was when we looked at it, it was lower. Yeah, it was lower.
622 we looked at.
Exactly, and when we were looking at it, it was like in the 33s.
The body of the red was below the body of the green, right?
Exactly.
But then it closed well, and it never formed an engulfing. Today it's close to forming an engulfing. If it goes down more, that would not be a good sign. But you know, it's been acting beautiful.
Yeah.
So
that 200 day, it bounced off today. Yeah, I mean the 9 days.
Just watch the close. You don't want it to close at the low at 35.50. That would be bad, because then you would have your engulfing. The open here was 35.65. So a close below 35.65 would be an bearish engulfing, and I would rather not see that. So let's hope it closes where it is or higher. And then the upward channel has been very significant on Albo.
I mean, yeah, I'm calling $50 to $55 in a month. So, you know, whatever it does until then, it could bounce around, but that's my prediction on the run.
I'm going to go right in between you, $52. There you go. $52. deck of cards.
Yeah. I'm not selling any of this for a long time though, just because I know the company well, but it's a nice swing into Padufa for those.
Well, I mean, if the morning of Padufa it's 52, you're not going to take a little off the table.
Maybe like a very small amount. I just don't. There's certain stocks where I don't really care about the price.
I'll tell you what you do then. Buy some either shares or options that you better shares, because let's say you don't want to be, well, you want to be in for the Padufa because you're confident. So with the morning of the approval, you sell the shares that you just bought today as a swing. And then you don't feel bad about giving up any of your core position.
Okay. Sounds good.
How's that as a scenario?
Deal.
But just make sure that it doesn't form the engulfing today. If it does, I would wait a little. Maybe it'll come down to this low, 33.68. If it's an engulfing, I think you get it lower. So, which means nothing other than it's a bargain price.
Yeah.
Even if it's engulfing, to me it means an opportunity to buy it a little lower.
Dan brings up a good point. They did increase their shelf by double the shares. So I do anticipate dilution after approval, but dilution after approval is not always a bad thing, especially if it's from a really advantageous price. But he has a good point.
Well, as long as you cashed in a little bit beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
If he's reluctant to cash in his core position, buy some now for the swing.
But I am glad he brought that up because that's an important shelf.
Don't mean a thing if you ain't got that swing, right?
Right.
That. So we like the stock. We like
the stock. That press ring.
Who wrote it? Don't mean a thing if you ain't got that swing.
Duke Ellington.
Yeah, Duke.
He sang it. Who wrote it?
I don't
even know. Fat Swallow is what I'm thinking of.
B-Biv.
Fat Swallow.
Fat Swallow.
Biv has been sideways for about a week.
You can nibble on this, like a potato chip. You take a couple at a time.
I might have eaten the whole bag. I see your point. I think I ate the whole bag.
It's been consolidating.
This is now my largest position. As of yesterday, this is my largest position.
My largest position keeps changing between Amazon and Apple.
Yeah, mine was DCRX. Now it is VBIV. They're both large though, but this one is bigger.
Yeah, my biggest positions are boring positions. It's consolidating here.
If making money is boring.
So if you buy, I mean, you could buy this at 380, 382, whatever it is. I think you come back down. If it comes back down a few pennies, you want in, you could swing it to 420. I mean, it's pennies. It's pennies, but it's not a bad way to make money.
Yeah, news is coming next week. The CEO pretty much all but guaranteed that. So I think any day could be the last day to add is all I'll say. So.
It's a wonderful swing because you might wind up getting out above your swing price. Like what happened to me with PaySafe. So
I'm looking for
when that happens.
In a month I'm looking for a $5.20 floor, I think is what I'm looking for.
I really like it at 382.
Yeah.
For a swing to like let's say this high here to 420, 419. Yeah. I really like that play. You're looking at 40 cents. You're looking at 10% move.
The chart looks fantastic. It's flagging nicely. I like that flag. And then the swing. I agree. if you put a hard stop at 370, I think you can do pretty
put the
well.
stop really, really tight at, let's say, 367. 367 would be my stop. Something like that. Yeah, if tight stop and you're looking for 10% and you're willing to give up, what is it, maybe 5%. Always like those kind of trades.
Yeah, it's at 1 billion market cap right now. I think that's still way too low for what they got going on. So I like VBIV quite a bit, short, medium, and long term.
And remember, it don't mean a thing if you ain't got that swing.
True. Marco tells us that was Irving Mills who wrote the lyric.
Mm.
Okay.
BCRX
So
has
we're
also
both
been
wrong.
moving sideways very nicely. It's kind of consolidating as well.
But look at this beautiful channel. It goes way back. It's still in that channel. Came out of it for a brief moment, but it's hugging that channel. As long as it stays in this channel, it's just going one direction. That's up. It doesn't matter about this little move back. When it broke the channel, came back into normal because it wants to trade in here. It wants to trade in there. So even if it comes down to the lower end of the channel, like 1637, it's a great buy.
Yeah.
So
really not much to say on this one, yeah.
This little pullback from 1768, it's no big deal at all. No big deal. Looking good, looking very strong.
Someone's asking me for a price target on BCRX. I think I can pretty confidently say 25 by year end.
You know something? You read my mind. You read my mind. That's where I'm thinking.
Yeah. Well, you've been calling a buyout at 25, I think, for a few months.
I still think that's possible, but the buyout play is Arenia Pharmaceuticals has been going up every day on buyout rumors.
Yeah. I don't think that management would sell. I don't think they would sell at 25.
I'm in Arenia as well. Take a quick look. I have the call options, the January calls on Arenia, figuring it'll be taken out before then.
And I'll add for Tobias that 25 I think is a floor. I think that depending on developments, it could be closer to 30 or 40.
And look at this. According to this cup and handle chart, a little pullback would be indicated right here, but then it'll go north. It's a perfect cup right now.
This one's also has a lot of buyout chatter. I don't really.
That's what it's about. That's what it's all about. Big buyout chatter.
Yeah.
I think that Arenia is up for sale. There's no doubt about it. I think they get bought by the end of the year. That's my bet. I bet took call options for January. I'm making money on those call options already. Because I bought the 5s deep in the money. That's my style of doing it, how I do it usually. I bought the 5. I'm thinking of actually adding to my position in the call options. This little pullback, it looks to me like it'll pull back a little more over the next few days, maybe to retest the middle of this green candle, maybe about 1362. So I can see a pullback to the 1360 area, in which case I'm going to add more calls. If it just breaks right through now, I'm also going to buy more calls. So and no matter what it does, down or up, I'm going to buy more calls. But again, my opinion is strictly my own and does not constitute investment advice. All right, so there's really nothing more to look at on Arenia. It's a takeout candidate. The chart is beautiful. It's setting up for a big move, either a pullback and then a move, or a straight move up. I think it moves up to the $20 area with or without a buyout.
Wow. It's a big call.
Yeah. Well, I got my money to bet where my mouth is. So.
Yeah, I mean, okay. It's in a nice. What else? What else? What else?
This one put in a double bottom. I'm feeling much better about. I can exhale now. I couldn't exhale when it was 140. I was worried it was going to go to 120. But now I'm a little happier. I have not sold any. I've been adding on this dip. So I'm getting close to where I was at one time. Not quite, but I'm inching back to having a pretty huge position.
This is what I call. I'll go for it.
This is the double bottom. You see, both of these numbers are at $1.40.
Yeah.
The two lows.
Oh, they're the same? This one isn't lower?
I don't think so. I think they're the same. See?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, wow. Perfect.
Yeah, they're the same. $1.40, double bottom. There you go. You got tremendous support below, and the upside is unlimited. Literally unlimited. I want to see it get back into this little channel that I drew. So I wanted to go up to about $1.62, something like that. Then I'll feel even better and probably even continue to add. I don't know how much I can continue to add because it's getting to be ridiculous. So
this is what I call the cold dead hands play, because the only way they're getting the shares is from your cold dead hand.
It's really, really true. I'm like married to this one. But if it went below 140, I might have relinquished, capitulated.
You said you've had this stock for like how long? Like 15 years or something?
Probably 8 to 10.
Oh, 8. Jeez. Nice.
I lose track. It's been a long time. And I think we're coming to the end. Light is at the end of the tunnel. I want some good news out of Japan, clearly. First good piece of good news out of Japan would be odds, COVID odds. If that data looks good, it'll give it a shot in the arm, even though it means nothing. And then the big news, hopefully by the end of the year, ischemic stroke. So I waited this long. I'm going to wait it out. It's not the chart so much. It's just the fundamentals. The chart, if it was just the chart, I'd have been completely out of it a long time ago. So I'm clearly.
Man wants to know why you think ATHX is actually going to do better than MISO and have a better fate.
Well, MISO does not have a trial on ischemic stroke, for one thing. Their trial on heart failure or whatever it was is, I don't know how they're doing on that. Maybe that's a good play, maybe it isn't, I don't know. I'm not following MISO that carefully. I'm not denigrating MISO, I just like the ischemic stroke trial. If not for that, I wouldn't be in this. It's all about ischemic stroke.
Yeah, MISO's broken my heart so many times this year.
Yeah. I don't want to waste too much time on this. And what are some of the other names I have?
You have Clovis, Tesla, CRISPR, Neo, Churchill.
Oh yeah, I want to see CRISPR. I haven't looked at that in a while.
I'm loading up on CRISPR. It's one of my top 5 holdings already.
Yeah, I like the tech.
Yeah, and you got to like the names that are in it. Everyone, it's a who's who of technology. It's in that owns chunks of that stock. So is Bill Gates a stupid man? I don't think so. Clover Health had this huge Wall Street bets run back here. That was a huge monster run to 27, 28. And it's come back down, and now we had another little Wall Street bets pop coming back down to the 9. It's hard to handicap these Wall Street bet plays, but that's essentially what this is. It's a Wall Street bets play. Seems to be becoming a little bit of a Wall Street bets favorite.
Yeah.
I just don't know what to say on this one. Very unlike me, but it's a tough one to call. Is it going to make another monster run? Maybe. I wouldn't rule it out. So I'm just going to pass on any opinion on this one. I just don't have a strong opinion. If I don't have a strong opinion, better to say nothing. So
yeah, I mean, I don't have any interest in it from the fundamental. It's just a Medicare Advantage health insurance company. There's nothing that I've seen about this that's particularly interesting.
Yeah, but it is interesting because of Wall Street bets. That's what makes it interesting.
Yeah.
All right, so
I guess.
Well, Tesla had a huge run this week. Worth looking at.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of requests. You want to stay on for a while? I could do another however long. I got nothing going on today.
Get on.
Forever.
We will. It's now.
Let's do what we can.
Yeah.
We have a couple of requests I'm keeping track of.
Yeah, I guess all I'm saying is don't end early on behalf of me. Do it because you have to leave.
Well, this hard. Remember we said 636 was the key number. So as soon as it broke 636, I added quite a bit. And I'm happy I did. So I now have a fairly large position in Tesla. It's still not as high as Neo, but Neo is my top EV play. Tesla is my second. XPEV is my third. And I'm back in CSIV, but to a small degree.
So when did you ever leave Churchill?
What's that?
When did you ever leave Churchill?
When it was 24. Remember I told you I took my profit?
Oh, yeah.
I got back in at 23 and a half, and then I added a little bit more the other day at 25.
Yeah, I'm still hoping my original position.
I'm not totally back in, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I don't have this huge position. I'm waiting for this green to cross the 50, for the 9 to cross the 50. Yeah. I think Tesla can challenge the key high back here on the 14th. That's what I'm waiting for. The key high.
Would you bail at that point? Or would you
What is that, 780? I can't read it. Blinks off. 780.
Yeah, 780.
I think it could run from here up another 100 points. So I like Tesla. And if it breaks 780, I think it could go to 900 again. So Tesla is, it's number one. It has to be respected. Its number one status has to be respected.
It's true. I hear about all these other cars, but the only car I see anyone actually driving, Tesla.
Well,
right.
That could change, but for now, that's the way it is.
Yeah, but
Well, if Lucid comes up with anything.
I don't think it's going to change easily because Tesla's got a really, really awesome car.
I love Tesla's chart. I love the fact that it broke 636. I love the gap up. Even if it closes this gap, it's just a buying opportunity. Close it to 6. It could close the gap to 656 easily.
Yeah.
And in which case you just add. I would just add.
I think Jake said he's got a Tesla in the mail coming soon.
He's driving it already.
Oh, he already has it. Oh, wow. Nice.
He already has it.
Cool. Good on him.
I would like one.
It was delivered. They delivered
One day. Maybe one day.
What other
I'm just gonna get a better Toyota.
What other chart? What other chart?
Could we do
Nano Dimension?
Neo?
There's a bunch coming in.
This one's from
CTXR.
Jiggly claims he never makes a request, so he's requesting Nano Dimensions and NDM.
Jiggly's hilarious. He's like, next chart, please. Next chart. Let's keep it moving.
No, he's in Tage. This is Neo. Okay.
He's here for a long time, not a good time.
Yeah. They don't want to see Nano Dimension, so we'll do that next.
Neo.
Neo with the battery
is one of my stock adjacent.
The battery swapping paradigm, which I like.
Yeah.
I like the propane gas paradigm. You have your barbecue and you bring in the propane. You swap tanks, right?
Exactly.
What? Yeah. Swap batteries.
It is popping off its trend a little bit, isn't it? Or no?
It's pretty much above the trend line. It's above the 9-day or hovering on the 9-day. 9-day is support, and the trend line is support, both. So you have double, and the 100 will be support. You got a lot of support underneath. And, it ran all the way up here to 48.37. A break of that, I think it runs to 60. So you want to wait on this for it to break 48.37? That makes sense. Or you could nibble, average in. I personally think 60 is in the cards by the end of the year for Neo. What else did I have listed?
On this subject, Professor Omar had to leave, but he said that he wanted to put some of his opinion out there. He says there's a very high chance of a 5 to 10% drop in the next few weeks. So he's preparing to buy Lee, XPEV, VBIV, and ADAP under 4, BCIX, and FSR. So he's still pretty strong overall in these electric vehicles.
But he's talking about a 5 to 10% drop, and then
I think he thinks that this melt up is not going to sustain itself.
On any of the EV plays.
Well, no, overall EV he
I think
likes.
he's talking macro.
Yeah. I think macro. These are the shining stars.
I think I agree on macro, but bio macro I think is still going to go up. I think it has room to run, but he might be right on the S&P.
So he's calling for 5 to 10% retreat in the S&P.
Yeah,
but holding on to his electric vehicles.
He likes the EV sector. You tell me.
Yeah.
Well, he also likes VBIV and DCRX
as well.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I mean, his opinion is meaningful to us, even though again that's just his opinion.
Yeah.
Right. Strictly
But,
his own.
We like Dr. Omar's.
We respect all opinions.
Yeah.
Great respect to everyone,
I
including.
think a lot of people are asking for CTXR. I think like 6 different people have asked for that.
CTXR is a big one, and like I said, Nano Dimensions is for a couple of people, and somebody else has been asking about CTIC, which we haven't talked about.
Oh yeah, I forgot about CTIC. Yep.
This is a rocket ship. Wow.
Yeah.
Pull back to support. Now's the time to now's the time to buy.
Now's the time to get in, right?
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Definitely. I mean, just one look at the chart. Now's the time to buy it. I own some of it. I've been buying it back almost every day. I sold it at 295 or something. So now I'm paying $1 more. But what are you going to do? You got to pay the piper sometimes. I made money on my original sale. Can't complain. Yeah, there's nothing more to say. This is a buy on the chart. What's the next one?
Let's take care of Jiggly and do nano dimensions.
Oh yeah,
And-
NNDM.
And I agree with Man that this is really moving in sympathy with DDD, which for some reason is actually starting to really make a move. It's the only one of the 3D printers that's making any kind of money.
I got an extra N.
Oh yeah, you do. And I'm still in the arc for these printings, and there's not enough coverage of these other ones that are actually moving.
You still in that PR, whatever it was, the one with the P?
Excuse me?
You were in. You made a lot of money.
Yeah,
on one.
I was in one for a long time. The other one, I don't remember the name anymore.
Something with the P.
Yeah, so I'll look it up in my in my records. But that one's not moving. They're all fish today, this month or this year, since the beginning of the year.
I'll tell you one thing. You could do worse than to buy this stock.
This one here, right?
You could do a lot worse. This has been on a tear.
See, the one I went into was Desktop Metals, and that one's not moving the way these.
I mean, it came off its trend line, but it found support at the 50. So I like it. Now it's climbing back to the trend line. It's looking very attractive. I don't see anything wrong with playing this one. And it's very close to taking out the very important pivot. So let's draw that horizontal line. Takes that out. If it takes that out, it's look out above. Yeah, if it takes out that 938 level, it's going to fly me to the moon. Then it'll probably test it up here at about 1150. So it's got potential to run. I like it. It looks fine. What was the other one?
CTIC.
I own a lot of CTIC. I'm heavily underwater on this one. Not as bad as Athesis, but I am underwater.
This is another cold dead hands one.
I have 30 some odd stocks in my portfolio now, and about 4 of them are not green. This is one of them.
Yeah. It's not looking terrible short term. It's making higher lows.
Yes, but it can't hold the trend.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I mean, you could just play it with a stop at whatever that low is from mid-May.
I agree.
What's that? That's like 212 or something. I don't know.
This low would be the stop loss, 223.
Oh, that's if you want to play it really tight. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you could look for the upper trend line, like the 100 for the take profit, 272. It's a playable stock. And in the long term, it's got a PDUFA in November priority review for MF, myelofibrosis. Fundamentals are great. It's worth owning. That's why I didn't take my loss. I think it's worth owning.
Everyone's saying I'm sleepy and they're coming to my wedding.
They're coming to your wedding. All right, so I'm putting everyone to sleep. I think it's time to stop.
No. One more.
All right, give me one more.
You could do a dealer's choice from the ones you picked originally.
Which ones?
So I'll tell you in a sec. You have Clover, Tesla, BCRX, CRISPR, Neos, Churchill.
Oh, CRISPR. Yeah, because that one, I think people have been buying this one in this chat.
I think it's my fourth biggest holding now, or something like
Beautiful. That. Look at that.
I keep adding every day almost to the sucker.
Really?
It's on a tear.
Yeah, I love this
one.
It's on a tear.
I think it's going back to 250. It reminds me of Juno. Remember Juno when we had the immunotherapy craze at the beginning and all the IPOs came out? Do you remember there were a bunch of them? Juno was like the number one of those plays and eventually got bought out by Celgene. I made a lot of money on Juno. I think I want to make a lot of money on this one. And I'm not saying it's going to be bought out, but I'm not saying it's not, because it's that kind of company. You know, it's exciting. Other companies want it because its pipeline is big. I like this one. It's also the most advanced in phase 3 in something, sickle cell or something. I don't remember.
Yes, that was the one.
Yeah.
It was one of these ones that could do a lot of different things, sort of like your EBIT.
I'm not going to analyze the chart other than to say it's a buy.
Beautiful chart.
Yeah, it took out all resistance. It should go straight up from here. I'm not buying it for my health. I do other things for my health. So I'm buying it for a reason. I think personally it could go right back to 220 on a tear. It took out this key high, this key pivot, 137.59. There's nothing after that. Nothing.
Yeah.
No, there's no real resistance unless you want to point to this area in here.
I wouldn't count that. Maybe 175. Maybe.
165, 175.
Yeah.
But it's got like nothing to stop it. It's on a tear.
Agreed. 250 is the call. I like it. Yeah,
look, I'm hoping you're right. I'm hoping I'm right because I got a lot of money to back it up. Oh, let me show on that.
I love the technology, so yeah, I'm in.
My wife wants me to take her to lunch today, so I have to end early.
Okay.
Nice. What are you eating?
We did a good show.
What are you gonna eat? What's for lunch?
You know what's out today? We got to say shalom to Magnificent Dancer as well as Dan.
It's a good show. We did.
I agree. We should listen to MA.
Well, because he was saying he wants
MA,
10 more.
One thing about MA. No, one thing about MA. He just like Dr. J. He's a very humble fellow. Humility. He's known for humility. MA. Where have you been, MA? We miss you. There we go.
Shalom.
One more MA. That's it. We can end the show with that, I guess.
Yeah.
Today was a fun show. We did a lot.
Man, good seeing you. Thank you. Look, one thing I want to tell our viewers before we end. Watch the chats, read the chats. They're full of information. We have a very, very intelligent group of viewers that know each other and talk to each other. So it definitely pays to read the chat besides listening to our chat. Until next time, this has been Professor Spike, Arjun, and Dr. J. We'll see you next week. Shalom.
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 Have a good weekend, everybody.
Have a good one. See ya.